Greetings YouTubers and welcome to my 14th TTM video, where today I've got 3 returns in the mail, a little bit of a slow mail day, and also got 3 purchases that came in the mail as well, and also the dreaded failure. I got 1 failure. I'll start off with the failure. Mailed this out a week ago to Oregon and got 3 cards back today. I got a 1974, 1975, and a 1976. Topps. Rick Wise was the gentleman. Does not sign for free, apparently. Even got a note from Mr. Wise here. Hopefully you can see that. It says that due to the amount of mail he gets and the autograph dealers that write to him, he's going to start charging for his autograph. $5 on baseball cards, $20 on baseballs, and $10 if you want a photo. And he will provide the photo if you're interested. You just have to specify which team he pitched for. He doesn't sign any inscriptions that have to do with his no-hitter, but he puts it right at the top of the letter there. And does not sign 3x5 index cards. He says all the money he receives goes to his 6 grandchildren and 5 great-grandchildren for special occasions. They get $1 each. Well, it's nice that he gives his grandchildren and great-grandchildren the money, except I don't think I'll be paying him $5, maybe if he gets in the Hall of Fame. But probably just trying to control the amount of mail he gets now, I guess. And he will. I don't know too many people that will pay that, but some will. So, good luck to them. And the first thing I got in the mail today was a football helmet. I haven't got one of these in a while. It's a Florida Gator helmet signed by the old ball coach, Steve Spurrier, right up there. He inscribed 1996 national champs on it. A little bit low there. Stephen Orr Spurrier, better known as Steve, the old ball coach, born in 1945 in Miami Beach, Florida. 75 years young. Went to high school in Johnson City, Tennessee, where he played baseball and football. He was recruited by Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, North Carolina, Duke, South Carolina, Kentucky, and even Air Force and Army, but not the University of Tennessee, which was not too far from Johnson City. It's closer. They ran a wing offense with a running quarterback. He was a throwing quarterback, didn't run a lot. So he went to the University of Florida. Made first-team All-American while he was at Florida, and also won the Heisman Trophy in 1966. In the draft, he was selected in the first round, number 3 overall, by the San Francisco 49ers, where they actually traded up to get him. He played for the 49ers from 1967 to 75, and then when the Tampa Bay Buccaneers came into existence, was left for the expansion draft, and they took him and played 1 season in Tampa, the great 1976 season, where they lost all their games, 0-14 that year. That was his last year in football. And there's a good book about the Bucs called The Yucks, when they were first coming into existence. Very good book, very easy read. You ever want that? He threw for 6,878 yards in the pros with 40 touchdowns, punted 230 times, and had an average of 38.3 yards. His first head coaching job in football was with the Tampa Bay Bandits in the United States Football League. He got Bandit Ball, as it was known. He coached there from 1983 to 85 when the league folded. Then 2 years later was at Duke University, where he coached from 1987 to 89. And then on to Florida, where he won a national championship in 1996. Then went to the pros, coached in Washington from 2002 to 2003, and eventually wound up in South Carolina, where he coached from 2005 to 2015, and then finished in the AAF, that old league, with the Orlando Apollos. His college coaching record was 228 wins, 89 losses, and 2 ties. He was 11-10 in bowls. Outside of the national championship, he was 2-time ACC Coach of the Year, 7-time the SEC Coach of the Year, had an ACC title with Duke. Yes, won there. So that shows you he was a good college coach, because that's a basketball school. 6 SEC championships, and even won 1 AAF championship, as he likes to say, because the league folded after 8 games. His team was 7-1. He was 12-20 in the NFL, and 35-21 in the USFL. He's a member of the College Football Hall of Fame as a player in 1986, and then in 2017 was inducted as a coach. Old Steve Spurrier, nice helmet there with the Gators. It was the best one I could get. It was a good price. Haven't yet been able to get with one with him that says Heisman Trophy on it. Next up, I got in the mail today a Hall of Fame card, which I like these cards. And this is the late Tommy McDonald. Thomas Franklin McDonald Tommy was born in 1934 in New Mexico. Died 2 years ago in 2018 at the age of 84. Wasn't a very tall guy. He was 5'9", but he was a great player. Played at the University of Oklahoma on 2 national championship teams there. Was a 2-time consensus All-American and won the Maxwell Award in 1956. In the 1957 NFL Draft, he was selected in the 3rd round with the 31st pick by the Philadelphia Eagles. And that's where he had his best years as a pro. Playing in Philadelphia from 1957 to 63. Then with the Cowboys for 1 season. Went off to Los Angeles to play with the Rams. Then Atlanta in 1967. And finished up with Cleveland in 1968. He was on the 1960 NFL Championship team in Philadelphia. The last title they had before they won the Super Bowl a few years ago. 6-time Pro Bowler. Led the NFL in receiving yards in 1961 and twice led the NFL in touchdowns. Is a member of the Football Hall of Fame, the College Football Hall of Fame, the Eagles Hall of Fame, and the Philadelphia Sports Hall of Fame. Tommy McDonald played 152 games, 495 receptions, 8,410 yards, and 84 touchdowns in his career. And I like these old cards like I like the baseball ones, so I try to get them if I can get a good price. And the last thing I got in the mail today that I purchased was a Hall of Fame baseball card. I purchased it because I think this guy charges a little too much, and I got it a lot cheaper, and that's Gaylord Perry. Gaylord Jackson Perry was born in 1938 on September 15th in North Carolina. He's 81, 82 next month. Was named after his father's close friend who died while actually having his teeth pulled. So that's painful enough. Played in the major leagues from 1962 to 83 with 9 teams. San Francisco, Cleveland, those are the 2 primary teams. He also played with Texas on 2 different occasions, San Diego, the Yankees, the Braves, Seattle, and finished up in Kansas City. He was a 5-time All-Star, 2 times Cy Young Award winner, once with the Tribe, the Indians, and once with the Padres in 1978. 3 times was a wins leader. Pitched a no-hitter in September 1968 against the Cardinals, 1-0 at Candlestick Park when he beat Bob Gibson. Had 314 wins, 3.11 ERA, 3,534 strikeouts, and as a member of the Hall of Fame was inducted in 1991. He's on the Giants Wall of Fame and the Indians Hall of Fame as well. Very famous for doctoring the baseball. Bragged about it after he retired, so... But he charges, I think, a little too much for me, so I got this much cheaper than I would pay writing him for an autograph. And now, the stuff I got in the mail, the 3 ones. The first one I'd given up on. I'd sent this out 2.5 months ago out to the state of Washington, and it came back today. So, 2.5 months, all good things come to those who wait. And this is from former Miami Dolphin Norm Evans, offensive tackle there, signed that 1976 card and also signed a 1975 card. He also threw in a little card of his right there, and threw in his religious pamphlet, Steps to Peace with God. He signed it, even inscribed my name on it, so that was quite nice of him. Let me get him over there. And he also signed the index card. Signed his name, 17-0 Dolphins, so that was quite nice of him. Sign all that, and I'd given up, but I guess got to stay with it. Norman Earl Evans, Norm, offensive tackle, born in 1942 on September 28th. In Santa Fe, New Mexico, went to TCU in the great state of Texas. In 1965, was selected in the AFL Draft in the 14th round with the 106th pick by the Houston Oilers. He played football from 1965 to 78. He played with Houston, then with Miami, where he played most of his career, and then with the Seattle Seahawks. He was on 2 Super Bowl championship teams with the Dolphins, and was the only player in history to be chosen in 2 expansion drafts. After he played in Houston in 1965, the Dolphins came into existence, and they selected him. Houston didn't protect him. They took him in the expansion draft. And after the 75 season, the Dolphins made him available for the expansion draft, and he was selected by Seattle, where he closed out his career. Again, this took 2.5 months, but it was worth it. He put all that other stuff in, and there was no fee to Mr. Norm Evans there. So, great TTM signer. Next, this one came from New Orleans. This took 8 days, and it was a good one. This is Bobby Hebert. He signed that Topps card, and then he signed the USFL card, which I like. And he also signed the index card. Put some statistics, put a Pro Bowl on it from 1994. He played for the Saints and the Falcons. He put that on there, put his nickname, the Cajun Cannon, and put my name on it. Put my name on the 2 cards as well. That's fine. Bobby Joseph Hebert Jr., born in 1960. Today is his birthday. He's 60 years old today. Happy birthday to him. He was born in Cutoff, Louisiana. Love that name. Went to Northwestern State in Louisiana. Was undrafted in 1983. Signed with the Michigan Panthers of the USFL, where he played. And then it was on to the Oakland Invaders after Michigan folded. And then in the NFL, after the USFL had folded, he played with New Orleans from 1985 to 92. And then with Atlanta from 1993 to 1996. Made 1 Pro Bowl. He wrote that on there. That was nice of him. Was the USFL's most outstanding quarterback in 1983. Also won the USFL's Sporting News Player of the Year award in 83. Was the quarterback of the first ever USFL championship team, the Panthers, in 83, when they defeated Philadelphia 24-22. It was a real good game. And was also the USFL championship game's MVP as well. He's the USFL's career passing yards leader, I believe. 2,039 yards, I think, is the tops. His NFL career, he threw for 21,683 yards, 135 touchdowns, completed 58% of his passes, and a 78.0 passer rating. And Bobby Hebert again, about 8 days, and there's no fee. Free of charge. So if you haven't gotten him, get him. He's a good signer. Sign the card to you. And the next one came from Las Vegas. Here's another one that took a long time, 21 days. I'd kind of lost, I didn't know what was going on. A little trouble with the mail. But this came, and this is from Hall of Famer Tom Mack. Sent him that photo to sign, and also sent him a card as well. Signed that 76 tops. Thomas Lee Mack. Tom Mack, born in 1943, 76, born in Cleveland, Ohio. Went to the University of Michigan. Was first team All Big Ten. In the NFL draft of 1966, he was selected in the first round with the 2nd pick in the draft by the Rams. Get that glare off there. A little better. Nope. Not. All right, well, I'll fix it after. Sorry about that. The first pick was Tommy Nobis of the Atlanta Falcons. Played with the Rams from 1966 to 78. Made the Pro Bowl 11 times. 4-time first-team All-Pro. Played in 184 games. Started 176 of them. Had 5 fumble recoveries. And was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1999. You can see, put that on the card as well. And inscribed the photo to me. Put my name on there on his elbow pad. I do thank him for that. I gave him $10 because I usually like to send something with a large photo, usually $5 or $10. And he was kind enough to sign it. His dad, Ray Mack, little trivia for you, was a second baseman in the major leagues from 1938 to 47. Played 8 seasons with the Indians. Tom Mack is also in the University of Michigan's Athletic Hall of Honor. Got that in 2006. Again, he signed the card, 76 tops. And signed the photo. I sent the money because of the photo. I do believe he's free for cards. But again, I like to send a little something for the photos. And I had someone ask me in one of the comments sections there about how to send out a baseball. in the mail, and it's fairly easy. You get I usually put mine in a little bag there. It's safe in there. If I send money, I'll put the money in the bag as well, so it's both together. That's what I did with Bobby Shantz. And then I put it in an envelope, something like this, maybe a little bigger. Usually like the padded ones. I put my return address, my name and address, and my name and address as well on both, so it comes back. Just in case it comes back postage due, at least they'll send it to me. And then I put it in a very large envelope. Put my return address here and the person's name right in the middle. I take it to the post office and I let them put the postage on it, both envelopes. I have them weigh it and put it on just so it's easier for me. I don't mess up in that department. And then they send it out. And it's fairly easy, very simple. So thank that person for asking. I hope it helped them out. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you like the video, leave a comment. I always like to hear comments and try to respond to everybody as best I can. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd like to have you aboard. Hope everyone's remaining safe. You take care, and always remember, one last thing, use blue tape when sending out cards in a holder. The blue tape is the best. Take care now.